Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and cut my first tomatoes. There's the first one. I'm going to leave them out in the sun now to do any more ripening, but these are a German style tomato, so they're like a pink red tomato. Okay. Yay, it's not cat-faced. Woo! First tomatoes. Got some strawberries. I got another one on this side. Ooh, look at that beauty. Pole beans are doing real good finally on this thing. They're growing up. Look at all the buds. So I should get some beans. And there's lots of green strawberries. But I'm wanting to harvest some Cuca melons. Let me get a close-up here if I can. That is a Cuca melon. Another name for them is Mexican gherkin. Back up and aim you so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just chopping them off with scissors because I did something with my. You can just pluck them off too. When they're ready, they should come off easy. Should come off easy without pulling on them, but I like to cut them. So I don't want to damage the plant. I want it to keep making Cuca melons. But I put these in a refrigerator pickle mix. And they're little bite-sized pickles when I get done with them. That's what we got so far. Little Cuca melons and strawberries so far. This was not a good year for cucumbers. That's my cucumber plant. I got one good looking cucumber. That's it so far. There's still some flowers on it. We'll see what it does. All the rest of them are round and turned yellow. Okay, my tomatoes are starting to show end of season looks. Had to trim a bunch of dead leaves off. But I got some starting to blush. This one's just starting to blush. This is a striped tomato. And that's called, it's supposed to be called mortgage lifter, but I didn't think mortgage lifters were striped. I think that's a mortgage lifter all the way in the back, right there. That one's starting to blush. Okay. And then 2 more Granny Cantrells starting to blush. They'll be ready in probably 2 or 3 days. That's what my first 2 tomatoes were. And I think next year I'll plant mostly those. Because they are just such big tomatoes. They're over a pound. So, but I have some blight showing up on my tomatoes. This is typical for this time of year. I have a couple Catface tomatoes that I didn't notice that the blossoms were fused together when they started flowering. So I'll have to cut out and save what I can out of the cat-faced. See if I can show you a cat-faced. Right down there. The striped. That is a cat-faced tomato that has fused together. So it's like more than one tomato. growing together as and makes one huge tomato. So hopefully in a couple of days I will be picking the granny cantrells, which Letty Cantrell of Kentucky was the one who started saving these seeds 81 years ago, I think. And she is a branch off my dad's family from Kentucky. And seeds that she saved are now considered heirloom seeds. It's an heirloom variety. So let's see what we got for peppers. Well, those 2 yellow peppers there, they can go a little bit longer. Got some more popping up. Here's a green pepper starting here. I picked a couple yellow peppers and green peppers that were huge. These should be ready in a few days. Those are that double green pepper, still growing. This one's got lots of flowers. I don't see any baby peppers on it yet. But let's see if I got any carrots ready. Let's check the carrots out. Let me try to find the biggest ones. Well, I did an experiment to see if I really needed to separate these. You know, thin them out. Oh, there's an oxheart. Oxheart carrot. That's how big it is. So that's a good size. That'll be good for stews. And we got an oxheart. Let's see. Plant in this back row. Let's see what this one is. See, there's going to be some baby ones. Some small ones. That's alright. Those will be bite-sized for salads. Look at that. Don't throw your carrot tops away. You know, at the health food store, the stuff they call green powder that they sell for $20 a jar. That's carrot tops, dried and powdered. It's super high in vitamin C. Has more vitamin C than the carrot itself. Looks like we're gonna have a good carrot harvest. Look at that. Those are huge. There's my hand digger. That's a monster oxheart carrot. Look at that. So I planted a lot of oxhearts on this side. That side I planted a week later. So let's see if I can find a big one and test it. Little fingers carrots. Just gotta find them. There we go. Those are little fingers carrots. I need to let them go a little longer. That one's not a bad size. And these are salad size. So you don't know until you start pulling them out. Hey. These are my red kidney beans. I have to let the plants die and then pick the pods off, let the pods completely dry, and then open them up and shell them. All that growth, flowers on it, the flowers just die and fall off. I'm hoping that the top ones actually get some beans on them. But so far, no beans. I don't know if I'll plant that next year. My corn, I'm really disappointed with. I don't think I'll plant it again. I have a problem with probably going to open this up and we're going to find them. Stink bugs. And it didn't pollinate properly. So that's why I've been buying my corn from 2 different farmers. 2 different varieties. Oh, I have a sunflower in bloom, you guys. Look at this guy. Yay! I planted like 6 of them and only 2 of them came up. This one doesn't have, it's just getting a flower bud in it right now. These are the pole beans. I planted 6 beans and 3 came up. This whole thing is pole bean, all of this. From there all the way over to there. And it's got flowers all over it. Let's see if we can find any pole beans starting on it. Oh, look at that. Yay! First pole bean, look at that. Size of my hand, the length of my hand. Cool beans. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. These will sneak up on you. There's another one. Whoa, that one's even longer. Well, it's probably about the same size. Cool. Super. So those are starting to come in. So I'm going to be canning green beans soon. Love it. Okay, we got some beans ready. Ooh, there's some purple ones. Look at those, aren't they beautiful? So we got quite a few yellow, green, and purple green beans started. Now, typically cherry tomatoes are not my favorite. I like them, but they're not my absolute favorite. But of all the small tomatoes, these currant tomatoes are my favorite. Look how tiny they are. You see that? And there's another branch of them down there by my other hand. And there's some more there. And there. And there. And I learned a valuable lesson. Normally I start all my tomatoes early in the house. This is one tomato that I will never do that again. From now on, I will just sow it into the planter and grow it outside. I had the darndest time getting this to transition from indoors to outdoors, and they just kept dying on me no matter what I did. So if you ever try to grow a currant tomato, and if you notice at the top here, there's flowers all over the tops of those. So there's more currant tomatoes coming. So if you ever grow these, just sow them right into the earth where you want them to grow. Purple pepper plant. Remember I picked that first pepper? It's got lots of buds starting to come out. There'll be flowers, but here is another pepper starting right there. And I think that's the only one on that one. Oh, this is the harvest. I got several zucchinis from my friend who owns the Homeside of Tragedy farm. And I picked the yellow peppers the green peppers yesterday. Also some yellow ones, but I already froze the yellow. There's my cucumbers that didn't do so hot. And the carrots. Pole beans. I had quite a few pole beans. And look at those. Purple, yellow, and green beans. Cuca melons. Some pea pods left. It's almost the end of the season. And strawberries. And of course the carrot tops. Oh, and let us not forget some cherry tomatoes. Let's pick some cherry tomatoes. They're called Sun Gold, if I remember right. Some cherry tomato. There's another one ready. get him off one-handed. There's another one back there. Some more sun golds. Look at those. Aren't they beautiful? And I will be picking some basil to go in dinner tonight. Last night, this is what I made. Cowboy candy. It is a sweet and spicy jalapenos. Jalapeno slices. My son likes hot stuff. So I made him some cowboy candy. And that was a big bowl of sliced jalapenos. But they pack down, you know, once you start cooking them. So I hope you enjoyed the garden tour. I'll be doing a few more until the season's over for the garden on Tuesdays. I'll probably rotate it up with mail calls. So remember, it doesn't matter that you haven't gardened before or you haven't gardened in years. I gardened a little bit 2 years ago. You know, otherwise I had a patio tomato last year. That was it. And look what I grew things I've never grown before. So be patient. Don't be hard on yourself if something doesn't work out. You just may not have the right growing area for it. But give it a try. Never give up. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.